They accuse her of causing the twins' death. Despite Temitope's cry of innocence, the villagers decided to punish her. They tied her to a post in the village square and, in a fit of anger, burned her at the stake.
Story. Please don't do it. I am innocent.
In the land of Ipeju, there lived a beautiful girl named Temitope. She was a bright and happy girl who lived in a small village surrounded by green hills and clear rivers. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Adeyemi, were known for their kindness and generosity. Temitope loved playing with her friends and helping her parents with house chores. One sunny afternoon, Temitope waved goodbye to her parents as they left for a trip to the nearby town. Hours later, the village was shaken by terrible news. Mr. and Mrs. Adeyemi had been in a car accident and didn't survive. Temitope was devastated. The village mourned with her, and everyone came together to support her. After her parents' death, Temitope tried to continue her life. The village elders often visited her, bringing food and supplies to her. They helped her manage the large house she now had to take care of on her own. There was one room in the house that her parents had always told her was off limits. It was the forbidden room. Temitope had never questioned their rules, but now she found herself wondering what was inside. Despite her curiosity, she respected her parents' wishes and stayed away from the room. The village elders also reminded her to keep the door locked and not to go inside. Temitope soon realized she needed help to manage the big house. She hired two sisters named Shizaram and Shisom, who were twins. They were hardworking and seemed trustworthy. Temitope felt relieved to have them around. Shisom and Shizaram quickly made themselves useful. They cleaned, cooked, and helped with the daily chores. They were also very curious about the forbidden room. Temitope explained that it was off limits, just as her parents had instructed. The twins nodded, but their curiosity only got stronger. One stormy night, Temitope was fast asleep when Shizaram and Shisom decided to explore the forbidden room. They crept through the dark house and reached the door. With a bit of effort, they managed to unlock it and step inside. The room was filled with old furniture and mysterious objects covered in dust. As the twins looked around, strange things began to happen. Shizaram felt a cold breeze, and Shisom heard faint whispers. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, and the room plunged into darkness. The twins screamed, but no one could hear. The next morning, Temitope woke up and realized the twins were missing. She searched the house, calling their names, but there was no sign of them. She panicked. She ran to the village to get help. The villagers gathered and began searching for Shizaram and Shisom, but they were nowhere to be found. Days turned into weeks, and the twins were still missing. The villagers were worried and decided to consult the village elders. The elders, suspecting the worst, went to Temitope's house. They cautiously opened the forbidden room, and their worst fears were confirmed. The bodies of Shizaram and Shisom were found inside. The villagers were horrified and angry. They couldn't understand how the twins had ended up in the forbidden room. In their grief and confusion, they turned their anger towards Temitope. They accused her of causing the twins' death. Despite Temitope's cry of innocence, the villagers decided to punish her. They tied her to a post in the village square and, in a fit of anger, burned her at the stake. Temitope's scream filled the air, but no one listened. Years passed, and the village began to suffer. Crops died, livestock died, and many other villagers fell ill. News of Temitope's tragic death spread, and neighboring villages shunned them. No one wanted to trade with or visit the village, and they became isolated and desperate. As the villagers struggled, they began to reflect on their actions. They realized that they had rushed to judgment and punished an innocent girl. The village elders admitted their mistake and felt remorse. The community understood that they had let fear and anger drive them to commit a terrible injustice. The village continued to suffer, but they also learned a valuable lesson. They realized the importance of fairness, understanding, and not just rushing to judgment. The villagers vowed never to make the same mistake again. To honor Temitope's memory, they built a small memorial in the village square. The villagers gathered there to remember her and the lessons they have learned. Slowly, the village began to heal, and the people worked together to create a better future for everyone. The story of Temitope, Shizaram, and Shisom became a cautionary tale passed down through generations. It reminded everyone of the danger of hasty judgment and the importance of kindness, fairness, and understanding. The village never forgot the innocent girl they had wronged and worked hard to ensure such a tragedy could never happen again. The moral lesson of this story is about the danger of hasty judgment and the importance of fairness. The villagers' quick decision to blame and punish Temitope for the death of the twins led to a series of tragic events and prolonged suffering. The story teaches that rushing to conclusion without proper evidence can have devastating consequences, and that it is essential to approach situations with empathy and justice. It also emphasized the need for communities to reflect on their actions, learn from their mistakes, and strive to create a more just and compassionate society.
Thanks for listening to this story. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, like and share. Also comment where you're watching from. We love and appreciate you. Bye.